Hey there and welcome back to the Weeb Lounge. Once again, I'm Nick and I'm going to be doing a little bit of a tier list slash reroll guide for you guys. And I'm going to do things just slightly different based off of experience, and I hope it helps. Alright, now this guide is going to be for the global servers, not the JP one. So the JP one will be in another video. This is for global only. Now, I made the mistake of not re-rolling when I started. Most gacha games I didn't re-roll. I just went with what I got. I've learned re-rolling is really good, but from my experience on JP, I pretty much got all the things, so I know what's up. And there's a few things that I regret not getting, and number one on the list, the tier list, the reroll list, the one that you absolutely must have when you're playing this game, which I am suffering because I don't have her, is Makoto. Makoto is a decent damage dealer, but the big thing with her is her ability to lower physical defense. She has two skills. Her Union Burst will do a physical defense down, and she's got the Heroic Howl. Physical defense down is awesome and will let you do a lot more damage overall. So this character is simply a number one. She's a little bit of a glass cannon. She's not a tank. She's just DPS or anything. So, make sure you got some protection and or heals, probably both. But yeah, she is key to clan battles, and she even helps in arena. I mean, she's all over the place. And from my experience, on JP, I got plenty of things I can do with that. On global, I have to borrow this character from all the peoples because I just haven't been lucky enough to get her, but she is a number one on the list. Now, before I go any further, Makoto's kind of an obvious one, but before I go any further, I'm going to go into the shop here, go to my dungeon coins. Any character that you can get dungeon coins and just buy them out, they're not going to be on the list. Why should I put them on the list? With a little bit of time and patience, you will get all these characters and you will get them all maxed out 5-star crazy. Dungeon coins are fairly easy to get. All it takes is time and patience. So like Maho and Nozomi, they would probably be on most people's list. Nozomi is an awesome tank for global. Absolutely awesome. Maho, magic support, the blind, the TP increase, the single target heal. Maho is an absolutely awesome character. Both of them would normally be on like a top 5, top 6 list, whatever. I'm not keeping any of these characters in the dungeon coin shop on the list. Because while you're re-rolling, it's all well and good, but you'll get them eventually. I've gotten like 6 copies of Maho. Maho really likes me, and I wish you'd put the lamp down and like go away or something, because there's so many other characters I could use right now. All right, number 2. Yet another character that I was not able to get, but, I started at the closed beta or early access or whatever the heck it was. June. June is good because she puts up a shield, she can heal herself, she does have a little bit of a defense down. Overall, right now, she is the absolute best tank character in the game. Doesn't last all that long, but for now she is. And if you really want somebody to push and somebody to do really well, it's June. But here's the thing, if you have Miyako and you pop her up to 3-star, you'll be perfectly fine without June. But when it comes to clan battles and arena and all the other things, she's indispensable. I find myself having to borrow her from support all the time too. So June is definitely up there on the list. However, in a few months, that might not be true. We'll see what there is to come. Now, number 3, I'm going to put a character that, probably isn't on all that many lists, and that is Akino. Akino absolutely positively comes in handy. She has primarily for this little AoE frontline heal that she does. Once you get her leveled up, rank A, get the EX skill, everything going, she actually heals for a pretty decent amount, and she has saved me many times in many battles. So she's less of a DPS. She can put out some decent DPS. Not the best, but she can put out some decent DPS. But it's more for that heal and the extra support. So she's lower on the tier list for damage, more for the heal, and she has that little counter ability, the rejuvenating jewels that heals over time. And you have this little haughty hack where she boosts her physical attack. It's the one where she can if she does the stupid little anime wicked preppy stuck up girl laugh or whatever, and she gets smacked while she's doing it, she attacks back. It's kind of silly, but whatever. The heal mechanic that she puts out, though, the little AoE, it's indispensable. I find myself using her all the time. She is key. She is high up there on the list. Next up is going to be Jita. There's really nothing much to her. She's just damage. And she's fast damage. She recovers her own technique points and she just goes ballistic. It's pure damage with Jita. That's it. In terms of physical damage, in terms of pure physical single target damage, she's probably the best. All right, Makoto's up there, but only because Makoto has the defense downs. If you put Makoto and Jita working together, Jita's actually going to do a little bit more DPS. So she's high up on the list strictly because of damage. That's it. Pure damage dealer. Next up, I'm going to put Kyoka on the list. And maybe it's a little early to do that. Now, Kyoka is an awesome, crazy, single target, magic damage dealing character. But right now, group makeup and everything, there's like one group that you can kind of put her in and it'll work, right? Well, the thing is, that's going to expand a little bit and it'll get a little bit better for her in time. And right now, you know, I've thrown her in on some arenas and stuff, throw her in on a couple of fights. She does good, and she's actually coming clutch in the arena a couple times because that blast of hers, it hurts. Okay, it really hurts. She is hardcore damage and everything. And this is why I put her at 5 stars right off the bat, because I know she's going to be very useful later on. So, gave her the 5-star treatment, and I'm waiting for that rank 9. Kyoka, definitely high on the list. Now, there's only one other character I'm going to mention. You know, Reno, she's more or less arena, but she doesn't really help all that much. Same thing goes with Hatsune. You know, arena, AoE damage. Yes, it's really useful. Yes, it really helps, but in the grand scheme of things, not all that much. And there's a few other characters that are like, it'd be all right. Like Ninon. Ninon right now, if this was the JP server, I'd be like, Ninon, top tier, arena. Oh my god. Global, not so much. The last one I'm really going to mention is Siren. Siren, for one reason and one reason only. This. Recovers an ally's technique points by 295. That's one of the only reasons you put her in. She's not going to do that much damage. And she has a little bit of a frontline AoE attack and such, but she's not going to do that much damage. But this technique point skill, this thing is key. This thing rocks. So that's what you bring her in for. And, you know, with her universe, if she happens to be getting, you know, smacked around a little bit, she'll do more damage and everything, but don't count on it because stupid mechanic is stupid and I really don't like it. Like, share, subscribe, hit that notification button. You know, there are other characters that can help out a team, and it really depends what you have. If you're starting fresh, if you're using this as a reroll guide or whatever, stick to what I just mentioned. Save. If you get the characters from the dungeon coin thing, it's going to be tempting to keep them. And, you know, Maho and Nozomi especially. If you happen to get them during your rerolls, it's not a bad thing. But can you get at least a few other characters? My advice is that you try to get at least 3 of the top tier characters. Number 1, Makoto, absolute necessity. Makoto's probably the only absolute necessity. Because as long as you have Miyako, bump her up to 3 stars or something like that, you'll be fine. June in the mix would be great. Akino would absolutely help you in the long run. But Makoto is the only one that I have to say is an absolute necessity, and I am still regretting to this day that I don't have her. I'm going to have to fix that someday. Hopefully there's a banner up at some point, or I get just lucky doing other pulls. We'll see you in the next video.